What is poppin' and choppin' my Bagel Bites? It is Mr. Bagel Bites here, bringing another VGC team video, and in this one, you may be confused, because this sure looks like an old team, like some Series like 2 stuff, with like Hatterene, and, well, Feeney's obviously a new addition, Rhyperior, Indeedee, a lot of cool older threats, and I'm kind of open to bring it back. I haven't used Hatterene in a long time, and it was one of my favorite Pokemon when it first came out, but I'm bringing like a fun Articuno set too, so we can kind of pair that with Indeedee, if we can try and get like that off there. He's got a dark type, so I think like Urshifu's a really good matchup for like Tyranitar. Rhyperior's just a really strong Pokemon too. I think I'm going to leave the classic Indeedee Hatterene here and try and go from there. Rhyperior in the back feels pretty good in the late game, I'm not going to lie. And for the last slot, if we still have the terrain up, I think I'm going to bring Articuno. Yeah, Articuno feels pretty strong too. Trying to think, yeah, maybe not. I think I'm putting more faith on it than I need to against that Crobat. I'll bring Urshifu, because I feel like if he brings Tyranitar, that's going to be a really scary threat. Plus, Urshifu matches up pretty well against the Porygon as well. So those are both going to be good options to bring there. I'm kind of nervous about the Steelix. I don't remember Steelix's base speed, but I feel like it's faster than Hatterene, if I'm not mistaken. And we're max speed, or the opposite of that. No speed, Hatterene. I think it's a 20 versus like maybe like a 40 or like 35. So go ahead and set the Psychic Surge so he can't like extreme speed us. He can go for like Sacred Fire, but like whatever. We'll go ahead and follow me here. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll go ahead and set the Trick Room. Try and get that off. I don't think with this lead he has any way to prevent it. And it just feels pretty strong. And then from there we can determine, based on what he does, if we want to go ahead and Dynamax Hatterene or if we want to save it. Because we very well could. The classic strat, I mean, like, it's an old strat and people like have seen it, but like it doesn't mean it's not strong. I'm curious to see what he goes for. He actually protects the Entei. So he probably thought we were going to like double Expanding Force. Go ahead and do this. We're probably going to get taunted, I imagine. Yep. So he'll go ahead and taunt Indeedee. And we'll go ahead and set this Trick Room here. Alright, and the Entei protected, so that puts us at a huge advantage right now. I kind of want to even save the Hatterene, I'm not going to lie. I think I might like swap into Rhyperior here, in the Hatterenes, in the Indeedee slot rather. And I think I'm just going to go for an Expanding Force into Entei, and then by proxy also hit the Crobat, because I can see Crobat swapping out here. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with that. I don't think we need to use our Dynamax here necessarily. And then Rhyperior is going to put pressure. He's actually Dynamaxing possibly the Entei? I don't know what Pokeball that was. I think it was an Ultra Ball. It is the Entei he's actually Dynamaxing. So I'm actually pretty glad I Focus Fired there, I suppose. Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what he goes for here. So we're definitely going to knock the Crobat and deal significant damage to Entei as well. He's actually going to max Flare. If that goes into Hatterene though, or into Rhyperior though, we're going to eat that right up. He'll go ahead and set his Sun. But now we have an extra turn of Dynamax that he doesn't, and we still have Trick Room. Yeah, I was figuring Sacred Fire. I didn't expect the Dynamax from the Entei itself. Azumarill. Now, I would normally be a little worried about this, but not only did he set the Sun, we also have Psychic Terrain up. So I think I'm going to Dynamax Rhyperior here. And go for Rockfall into Entei, and just fire off another Expanding Force into Azumarill. Doesn't look like he brought Tyranitar, which is kind of like really surprising. Because I feel like Tyranitar would have matched up really well against most of our Pokemon. But with that, we'll go ahead and Dynamax. Yeah, hey, with Solid Rock, Sun, and this, I don't know what he really does. Plus Rhyperior is just so strong. Plus we'll change the weather and get another boost. Like, now he can't belly drum if that's what he was going for. This should put Entei in range of the Rockfall even at a even without a boost. Like, we don't have our weakness policy up, but we will go ahead and change the weather as well. Sweet. Sweet. Feeling good. And we knock the Entei. So let's see what it goes for. Superpower. Okay, that's fine. It's going to proc our weakness policy. Oh yeah, and lower his attack and defense. And we're still at half health. Sweet. And he can't Aqua Jet. Oh, and it's Life Orb. Cool. Yeah. Don't sleep on Hatterene. Old threats are still around. So that puts Azumarill effectively on a timer. It has 2 turns left. Oh, there's the Tyranitar. So he might not just know that psychic moves don't work on those. I'm going to go for a Max Knuckle, I think. Actually, I'll just go for the Max. There's no point, actually, is there? I mean, it's Stab, but... Nah, we'll go for Max Quake, just in case he protects. And we'll go for Dazzling Gleam, just to hit both Pokemon again and knock the Azumarill if he protects. Yep, there it is. That's fine. Dazzling Gleam comes out, which will knock Azumarill. Sweet. I think we're Berry Hatterene as well, so that's why our damage output's a little bit lower, because the Life Orb is on the Articuno. Even with the Protect, we still put it at a 2-hit. We'll proc the weakness policy, probably. Yeah. But I think it's too late at this point. No priority, no way for him to change the terrain, and he just protected. Yeah, I think that's the game, buddy. Good game, though. As soon as Hatterene gets started, it's a threat. It's real. We'll go for Max Knuckle, and then we'll go ahead and Dazzling Gleam. Should be the game. Yeah, Gleam should pick up the KO here, even with Sand up. Cool. Good game. Man, don't sleep on my Rhyperior, guys. I'm telling you. I wanted to swap out Thunder Punch for Fire Punch, but I probably should have in retrospect, but I wanted to have the option to change the terrain if we absolutely needed to again. And actually, the more I think about it, there's actually no reason to not run Fire Punch on Rhyperior. Yeah, I'm probably going to change the set after this and swap Thunder and possibly even put on Protect, depending on what I think we need. See? I'm telling you, Rhyperior's making a comeback. I may even lead our own Rhyperior. I'm not gonna lie. We're also running Vested Feeny, which is something to keep in mind, which is kind of cool too. This is where I think we needed Fire Punch, actually, exactly. But how, actually? I feel like the Indeedee Hatterene is actually just as strong here. We set Trick Room, we're outspeed. Actually, I really like Articuno too. Actually might lead Articuno Indeedee. Yeah. Hat in the back. In Rhyperior? Actually, Feeny. I'll bring Feeny as the 4th slot just so we have the water typing. Possibly as a backup Dynamax candidate. And then we might be able to change the weather as well, depending on what he leads. Because he might not lead Trick Room now, because we brought Trick Room. We also brought Articuno, which can get Trick Room itself, so that's something he has to keep in mind. Our team just looks so weird, in retrospect. So he'll have those, and we'll go ahead and drop our Indeedee, which will go ahead and set our Psychic Terrain for us. Now, Articuno's kind of bulky, which is kind of cool. Oh, he actually has the Seed, Psychic Seed. So that's actually really strong for him. I'm going to go ahead still... Oh, actually, we might outspeed the Venusaur. No, there's no way outspeed Venusaur. Right. It might have the Sash, though. It probably has the Sash. I think I'm going to go for Expanding Force. He didn't have a Dark type, right? No Dark types. Just a Ghost. I'm kind of fine going for, like, double Expanding Force here. Yeah. I'm going to go for it. Oh! Okay. He's actually going for the Sleep Powder, and it connects, unfortunately. So we should have followed me. What you gonna do? We will get the Expanding Force off, though. Which is heavy damage to Venusaur. We'll go ahead, I think, and Expanding Force again, because I could see him just... Does he try to put a sleep in DD as well? I guess with that in mind, if we were predicting that, we could actually swap into Hatterene or Feeny, and it'd be fine. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to swap to Hatterene here. Wait, actually... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to swap to Hatterene, and I'm going to go ahead and try and fire off another Expanding Force into Venusaur. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play. Fake Tears coming out. If that went into Articuno, that's going to head and boost our special attack, too. He better hope we don't wake up right here. That's a dangerous move. Ooh, we do... Oh, and that knocks him real low. Our Articuno, unfortunately, stays asleep. I'm going to have Hatterene go ahead and Expanding Force here. And I'm going to go ahead and protect Articuno on the off chance we can wake up right here. We do wake up. That's huge. Dazzling Gleam coming out. So we're going to resist that. Hatterene takes a lot more damage than I thought they were going to. That's incredible. Why is Slurpuff so fast? What is Slurpuff's base speed again? No, we know he has a... We know... What really sucks here is we know that he has, what is that move called? Dazzling Gleam. And Articuno's for some reason not out. It has Unburden, doesn't it? That's exactly what it is. It has Unburden, so it's really quick right now. Why didn't I think about that? Well, that's not something I guess you think about. We lost Hatterene, which really stinks, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and send in Feeny here. So we'll see whose terrain we get up here. Okay. So it'll still be Psychic terrain. I can't believe I didn't think about Slurpuff getting Unburden. That's kind of cool. Like, really cool, actually. So Feeny will put up some pressure here, especially being banded. I'm going to go ahead and Max Geyser, I think, into Slurpuff. And I'm going to go ahead and Expanding Force into Slurpuff as well here. Depending on what he targets down. Because neither of us have Dynamaxed yet. Feeny's pretty bulky. Yeah, he's pretty bulky naturally. I have some good bulk investment, and we are Assault vested. Our damage output will be lower than normal, but we got rid of the Venusaur, which was a bigger threat for me, in my opinion. He's actually Dynamaxing himself. The Slurpuff at, like, half health. So that means he can't multi-target now. So either he's targeting down Feeny... Oh, he's actually targeting in the Indeedee? What a crazy battle. I haven't been expecting half the... Why aren't you using the female, then? They're the male Indeedee. So that's going to happen, unfortunately. Articuno is going to go down here. But do we outspeed Indeedee? We do. So we get the Max Geyser off. So we'll set the rain, which is going to be very important. We unfortunately don't knock Slurpuff out of the game, so that's still a threat. No Mind Storm. We eat that up really well, though. But now we can send in our own Indeedee. So we could redirect here. Actually, we outspeed. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to max Geyser into the Indeedee slot here. And I'm going to go ahead and Expanding Force into Slurpuff. Slurpuff, ooh, that Fake Tears is definitely going to hurt. So we're technically at like a -1 then. See how much damage this does to Indeedee in the rain. About a 2-hit KO, hopefully after Expanding Force damage. Maybe. Doubtful. Let's see where Indeedee fires off here. Max Mind Storm coming out. We're at a -1 now. Okay. We still outspeed, though. That is very important. And we can redirect on this last turn. Torkoal. No Trick Room. Very slow threats out of Trick Room. This is a pretty crazy battle. I am actually going to Geyser into Indeedee for the last turn here. And to change the weather... No, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to Geyser the Torkoal to get a little bit of damage to weaken stuff. And I'm going to Follow Me to take the last attack from Indeedee if it's Mind Storm. Yeah. We'll change the weather back here. Okay. And that was a weakened Geyser too. That's something to keep in mind. So he's at half health and the rain is up. So that's going to weaken their fire moves considerably. This Max Mind Storm we're going to resist the crap out of. Oh yeah, we're going to eat that right up. So unless he went for Heat Wave, I'm pretty... Okay, it's actually Body Press. That might pick up the KO, unfortunately. Oh no, we're fine. So we're both going to lose our Dynamax here. But we do have Weather. Okay. What do we want to get locked in? Or no, we can go for... I think I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam Expanding Force. The reason I'm doing that is I don't want either of these Pokemon to live. And if I'm using 2 moves where at least one is unresisted from the other, we should pick up the KO on at least one. I am going to die. That's the game. I just threw it. I should have focused on KOing one more than another. Good. Wow. I really thought we'd KO the Indeedee. Yeah, Body Press will pick up the KO here, I think. That's how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. I miscalculated how much damage we would do with that, not the Expanding Force, but the Dazzling Gleam. I definitely overestimated. I should have gambled on Muddy Water, probably. But knowing my luck, I probably would have missed them both anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on Mr. Bagel Bites content. It super helps out the channel and myself, so I hope you consider doing that. And yeah, guys, as always, catch you later.